Okay, over to Akshara.
Thank you, sir. Namaste. My name is Aakshara Rijju, and today I'm going to be talking about the law of correspondence. Next slide, please. According to the law of correspondence, the universe will respond to you in exactly the same way you respond to it. It talks about how the entire universe is interconnected, and this can be summarized by the saying, as above, so below, which means that whatever happens in the universe or the higher realm is reflected in the lower realm with the individuals and our experiences. And as within, so without shows that our inner state can reflect our outer state as well. Our inner state, which can be our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, reflects our outer world, which is symbolized through relationships, situations, and basically the environment around us. Nature demonstrates this connections through through repeated patterns of fractals and even the mirroring effect. Next slide, please. These fractals and the mirroring effect can be depictions of the law of correspondence. For instance, fractals are geometric patterns which replicate the same design again and again across different scales. And a very common example is how the branching structure of the lungs mirrors the branching pattern of trees, or the patterns of neurons in the brain resembles the structures of galaxies in the universe. Because as above, so below. This self-similarity within fractals shows the idea that the universe itself is fractal-like, with similar structures and patterns repeating at various scales, hence showing its interconnection. Now, the mirroring effect talks about how different levels of existence can reflect each other. The image of the tree, with the branches reaching above and the roots extending below, shows the mirrored effect. The higher growth of the branches and leaves copies the downward growth of the roots, showing the interconnection of the tree's parts and how there's a reflection between different levels of existence. Next slide, please. I'm sorry, next slide. Thank you. The mirror effect not only talks about the relationships in Earth, it extends beyond that. For instance, the universe, galaxies, and planets, which is macrocosm, can be interconnected to us, our experiences, and beliefs, which is called the microcosm. And this shapes our environment and societies, which is represented as mesocosm. A change in one level of existence can have ripple effects through others. For example, our individual actions, microcosm, can contribute to environmental issues, mesocosm, which in turn impacts the delicate balance of the planets and the universe, macrocosm. Hence, this shows how our inner world is equal to our outer world, the mirroring effect. Our thoughts, the architects, shape our perceptions, and our emotions, the magnets, attract the experiences that relate with them. This understanding cultivates a sense of responsibility and empowerment, as it highlights our role in co-creating our reality. A proverb which explains this is Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande, meaning as is the individual, so is the universe. It talks about the interconnectedness between the universe and the individual, that we are not separate from the cosmos. Like in Gita class, we learned that I, the self, is the Brahman, universe, and Ishvara. Next slide, please. Now, karma, which is the dance between cause and effect, is an example of the law of correspondence in action. The quality of our intentions and actions shape our reality. However, this isn't simply about external actions, but also about our inner state, our thoughts, emotions, and motivations. And what influences our karmas are the three gunas. which is sattva, goodness, rajas as passion, and tamas as inertia or ignorance. The gunas are the driving forces behind our actions, thoughts, and intentions. The dominant guna at any given moment influences the type of karma we make, as our inner world mirrors our outer world. By knowing this, we can strive to cultivate sattva, minimize the influence of tamas, and channel rajas in a positive direction. This self awareness allows us to align our inner world with the principles of the law of correspondence, creating a more harmonious and fulfilling reality where we are not attached to the fruits of our actions, as explained by chapter 2, verse 47 in the Gita. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturbhur ma te sangostva karmani. Next slide, please. The Gita also teaches us that our actions, karma, are a direct result of how well we align with our dharma. When we act in accordance with our dharma, we create positive karma, leading to positive experiences and further alignment. And dharma is about realizing our inherent nature, basically our unique talents and values, then connecting it with our purpose within the universe. It's about recognizing our place in the universe and doing our part in the big scheme of things. This is done through coexistence and expansion, contributing to society, which is the very essence of Yajna Bhava. And working with Yajna Bhava is selflessness. When we act in accordance to our dharma, we resonate with the universal principles of harmony and balance. Our inner world, which can be our purpose, understanding our purpose, this directly corresponds to our outer actions, which can be fulfilling that purpose. So, this alignment can bring a sense of meaning and purpose to our lives. Next slide, please. Now we can apply the law of correspondence to our daily lives by first mending our inner state, which can be through shifting our mindset to the greater good, regulating our emotions, which can occur through channeling our energy positively via meditation, exercise, and even journaling. Then develop positive relationships, as your outer world is also equal to your inner world. And finally, have a proper belief system, one that makes you believe in your unlimited potential and is aligned with good values and principles. Next slide, please. After your inner world is set, you start translating it to the outer world. And this can be through having the ability to rationally solve your problems, take control of your reality, have concise clarity about your intentions, and finding the ability to communicate properly with emotional intelligence. Next slide, please. Further relation to the Bhagavad Gita. The thought for the day can relate to chapter 6, shloka 5, which says, Uddharetatmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhar atmaiva ripuratmanaha. This translates to elevate yourself through the power of your mind and not degrade yourself. But the mind can be the friend and also the enemy of the self. Then there's chapter 3, shloka 27, which says, Prakrithe kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimuttatma karta. This translates to all actions and nature, Prakriti, the influence of the gunas. Deluded by ego, the soul thinks itself. Next slide. Thank you for listening.